So, Newcastle versus Arsenal, St James's Park on Sunday. Everything in my heart says we've got this. We've got Arteta's number. We've done Arsenal, St James's Park for the last 3 seasons. We'll be all right. We'll see this over the line. And then everything in my head says we haven't started that great. We haven't really gelled. Are we going to struggle in this one? Is this going to be the game for us, or are we just not going to turn up? Who knows? Let's get into it. If we start with the importance of this game, Arsenal versus Newcastle. Arsenal pushing for a title or a trophy this year. They've got to get something. I feel like if Arteta doesn't do something this year, I think he's gone. I think the writing's on the wall if he doesn't get something this year. And you should never say this game week 6, but I do feel like this might be the game that if Arsenal lose this at St James's Park, this could be writing on the wall for the chance of a title already. I mean, Liverpool are pulling away 5 points clear already. I feel like if they go 8 or 9 points behind, I just can't see them pulling it back. And I don't think they've got the mentality to go on that winning run, game in, game out, and do like Premier League winners do. And when it comes to Newcastle, I mean, we're desperate for a decent Champions League season, a decent run in a cup, and getting Champions League again would be the ultimate. That would be elation. If we managed to get Champions League 2 seasons in a row, I think I'd be over the moon, absolutely over the moon. And if we look at the last run of games in the Premier League, I mean, Arsenal got a win, a loss and a draw. Newcastle have got 2 draws and a win. This one, it's so hard to call. This could be flipped on its head either way. I feel like the cup results, I thought maybe the cup results will give us an indication. We're both playing lower league opposition or lower tier opposition, but we looked really good. I thought we played well. I thought there was some nice movement, nice play. We were progressive, back to the old Eddie Howe way, and a nice 4-1 win. And Arsenal, 2-0 win over Port Vale. Every Arsenal fan I've spoke to says they didn't play well. It was unconvincing. They don't look like they're gelling properly. It's a really tough one to call. It is a really tough one to call. When it comes down to like tactics, I think our high press, the energy, the midfield battles. I mean, we've got probably, I would say, the most balanced midfield in the Premier League when it's Bruno, Sandro, Joelinton. I think they've got the chemistry. They know what they're doing. You set them up correctly, we can take on any midfield. And then I look at Arsenal's midfield, and I think Odegaard's out. Zubimendi's played brilliant. Declan Rice hit and miss, but they've got a good midfield. If they can hold possession and do what Arsenal do well at St James's, they're quick on transition. When we high press, they are quick on transition. Martinelli's looked good the last couple of games. Come on and got a goal. I think he's got a hunger back in his belly to get back in the first team and be the main man. And Bukayo Saka, like Bukayo Saka is, one week he'll score a hat-trick, and the next week he'll be quiet as a mouse. It's, Gyökeres. Do we think Gyökeres has got it? Let me know what you guys think. I'm 50-50 on Gyökeres. I think he's a good finisher in the same kind of mould as the Haaland-esque. He's not the guy that will create a chance, but he's the guy that can take a chance. So, if he gets the service and we don't perform well, I think he could nick a couple of goals. But if we play like we have the last few games where we've been tight at the back, I think he'll struggle. I think he'll struggle against our defence. And that being whether it's Dan Burn, Fabian Schär, or Botman and Chow, I think, both as pairs, both played really well. And I think on the face of it, when it comes to fullbacks, the same thing. Timber and Skelly, they've both started the season well. And I would have said Tino Livramento, Lewis Hall, both started the season well. This is the battle of defences. I mean, everything about this screams that it should just be a 0-0 or a score draw. As far as it goes for like what I would say Newcastle must do to win this game, everything about me says use the wide areas, Anthony Gordon and Alanga or Murphy. I mean, we're so good. We're so good at getting down the wide areas and pulling that ball back into the centre. I think delivery needs to be a bit better than it has been, but it's one of the things we do best is getting down the wings and stretching a defence. The only thing is, I'm not sure Nick Voldemade is ready. I'm not sure Nick Voldemade is ready to come up against Saliba and Gabriel. And nothing against Nick, but Saliba and Gabriel, I think, are the best defensive pair in the Premier League. These are two centre-backs that are of the elite level, and Nick needs more time. He needs more time to bed in. He needs more time to get used to the physicality, the demands of the Premier League. And part of me thinks we should start Willisula and just try and tire them out. Just try and, keep the ball, frustrate Arsenal. I mean, they never seem like the team that will just go out and go for it from minute one. They always seem to kind of block in, play till half time, and then we'll try and get something in the second half. And I think that's part of their downfall, is that they haven't got that mentality to be able to go into a game and think we're just going to go for it right from the off. We have to win this game. It's a tough one. And whereas it comes to the other side of it, I don't think Gyökeres, I don't think he's big enough, strong enough, a bully enough to bully our defence. I don't think there is any striker. I mean, bar Haaland probably. I don't think there's any striker out there who's big enough, strong enough to bully our defence. So I think it has kind of got stalemate written all over it. Now, I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. I think when it comes to Arsenal, if they're going to win this game, the main thing, or the main place I see them winning this game is on transition. Fast transition, catching us out whilst we're trying to high press. And I think the man that I think is most likely to nick a goal against us is Martinelli. I genuinely think he has got a real desire at the moment to try and prove people wrong, to try and show that you didn't need to sign Eze, you didn't need to sign Madueke. I'm the winger that you've wanted all along. If I had to put my money on the line and say where I think this game's going to go, honestly, I think this might be one that we see slip away. I think we might lose this game as a 2-1. I think it'll be close. And most of this depends on how we approach the game in the first half an hour. If we can go out there and nick a goal in the first 20 minutes, I think we can hold out and win it. I think if this whittles down into the second half and we're not creating the chances that I don't think are quite coming for us at the moment, then I think Arsenal will probably steal it from us with a 1-0 or a 2-1. So, honestly, guys, let me know what you think. This is a massive game at St James's Park. Which way do you think it's going to go? Do you think Arsenal will steal it from us, or do you think we'll continue the rich vein of form of the last few seasons where we've managed to do the Gunners? If you like the content, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Thank you to everybody for the subs. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow a fan base. I'm trying to grow a channel. And the same thing, I'd like to see not only Newcastle fans, but fans from all across the football pyramid chime in and get involved, because what I'd really like to do is get everybody involved and have the proper fan debate that we love. So either way, guys, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.